so picky whether the funding is coming from the school directly or coming from an organization, or is funding and loan, or like his scholarship and loan, or his grant and loan. Do you get? If you have HND and you have lower credit and you're looking for how to fund your education, there are ways for you. What is cooking? Alright, so today I decided to come to answer the top 10 study abroad questions that people have been asking, and I'm sure maybe you have at least one of those questions. And for me to give you my answers to those questions, so we're going to be reading from here. How did I get these questions? Because my team were able to go through all the questions that people are having, people have been asking on this page, and then we're going to be able to bring the answer. You know, there is this thing going around. Dr. Linda does not answer questions. You have to understand the difference between answering questions with a different method and not answering questions at all. If you ask a question on this page, my team, they're going to look at the question, they're going to put it together for me like this, and they're going to type it out. So when I come live like this, I'm able to answer them in details for you, and every other person is able to see the answer. That is how we prefer to answer questions on this page. And we have said that if you need to contact us, if you want us to personally answer your question, there is a way to do that. You send us an email. You send us an email, and the email address is admission@vantagemigration.ca. I'm going to show you. The email address is admission@vantagemigration.ca. All right, this is the email address. admission@vantagemigration.ca. So once you send us the email, we are going to be able to answer you whatever your question is. That's the way. So now let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. So the first question I have here is somebody is asking, I heard Canadian embassy got delayed. Is that true? Okay, so what I understand from this question is the person talking about delay from Canadian embassy. I'm not going to tell you that's not true, but I'm going to ask you to examine how you define delay. For some people, let's say you apply for visa from visa to Canada today. If in 2 weeks the visa is not out, it is delayed. If in 1 month the visa is not out, it is delayed. But what that person does not understand is that on Canada website, they put the exact time or the approximate time that you should expect response. For example, something like study abroad visa, the expected time for people from Nigeria, because it's also country by country based, the expected time of response for people from Nigeria is 3 to 4 months. It is written on Canada's website, 3 to 4 months. Right? So if you apply for visa and in 3 months it is not out, it is not delayed. It is just within the time, the actual time range of expecting response from Canada, right? So you have to understand what is the expected time before you now you start talking about whether it is delayed or not. Again, from Canada's website, for people from Nigeria, it's 3 to 4 months. Why am I specifying that it's people from Nigeria? Because if you want to find for people from Ghana, Cameroon, Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, you just have to go to Canada's website, put your country, say the visa you are applying for, and boom, you'll be able to see the expected timeline. So the next time someone said their visa is denied, ask them if they actually know the expected time when they are supposed to expect their visa response. Don't just say delay because it's more than 1 week, it's more than 2 weeks, it's more than 1 month. Another country, for example, like UK, can have like say 2 weeks as the expected response time. So if I apply for study visa to UK and it comes out say in 1 month, it was delayed because the expected time is 2 weeks. Right? So 1 month is delayed. If I apply to Canada and it comes out in 3 months, it came out early because the expected time is 3 to 4 months. See. So you have to be able to know what is the normal before you can say whether it was delayed or not. I hope this helps. And also for people who apply for visa and they are waiting, if you hear this, I hope it calms your fear that you are still within time range, okay? Now, the next question I have here is, between Qatar and New Zealand, which one will be the best for me to relocate to? This is, somebody's asking this question. One thing I want you to know is, now this person is talking about Qatar and New Zealand, right? And when it comes to choosing between two countries, it is not a one-size-fits-all. It is not a one-size-fits-all. It's not something you'll be like, oh, between Qatar and New Zealand, Qatar is better, New Zealand is better, because New Zealand may be better for somebody else, Qatar may be better for somebody else, right? Let me give you an example. Some countries will tell you, if you are coming with masters, if you are coming for masters, you can't come with your family. Some countries, some European countries. Now they will not say, if you are coming for PhD, you can come with your family. Just using this thing alone, somebody who is single, who does not need to go with family, for them, even though that country does not allow you to come with family, it does not matter to them because they don't have the family they want to come with anyways, you see. So for that person, that country may still be a great choice. But let's assume you have family, you are going for masters, and you want to travel with your family. You can be like, this country is a no-no for me because they don't allow me to come with my family, and I really want to go with my family. Do you see? This is how two people based, even for one country can be good for somebody and bad for another person. But let's assume that you want to go for PhD, and this country, even though they don't allow people to come with their family for masters, they allow people to come with their family for PhD. So if you're going for PhD, that country is still a good country for you, because you say that country is a good country for you because even they will allow you to come with your family because you're going for PhD. So what do I mean? Why am I explaining this to you? For you to be able to determine whether a country is good for you or not, or whether the country is bad, you have to ask yourself, is there something this country is doing that will not favor me? Like there was sometimes maybe there was a time somebody wanted to travel and they said they actually want to use education as a means of migration. They hope to stay there, work and everything. Now there is a country that doesn't allow you to stay back after your study. That country is not good for you, right? But let's assume that your place of work is sending you for masters. All you just want to do is study for masters and come back. You will no longer worry about such clauses of returning to your country because you are going to return in the first place. So this is still to buttress the point that instead of asking Qatar versus New Zealand, ask yourself, is there something Qatar is doing right now that will not favor me? Is there something New Zealand is doing right now that will not favor me? And use that as a basis of comparison. You can go on Google and say, what are the bad things that New Zealand, why is New Zealand bad for international students, for example? You read it. Why is Qatar bad for international students? You read it. Then you compare the two. Because sometimes what people are calling bad may not apply to you. Like as I said, let's assume a country say you must return after your study. But let's say your company is sponsoring you and you have to return. So it may be, that clause may be bad for somebody, but it's not bad for you because it does not affect you in the first place. So don't just say, people say Qatar is bad. You don't know why they said it's bad. And it may be bad for them, it may not be bad for you. New Zealand is good, New Zealand is good. Maybe the person telling you was going for, say, PhD. And meanwhile, if you are going for masters and you will have an impediment. Do you get? So, always ask yourself, does this country have something that will affect me negatively? If no, then it is okay to go there. Alright, next question. Next question. Next question. Okay, what's the next question that we'll have here? Someone say, can someone with HND lower credits get full scholarship? Can someone with HND lower credit get full scholarship abroad? My answer to that is, it depends on what you are looking for. Let's go back to the basics. When somebody is looking for full scholarship, what are they actually looking for? It means, maybe for example, they want to go abroad to study, they don't really have money, and they're asking themselves, how are we going to fund it? If this is your primary objective, you will not see that whether a school gives you full scholarship, like now the school they give you full scholarship, or you collected, the school gave you partial scholarship, you collected scholarship from another place. You are still funding your education, right? Or the school gave you partial scholarship and you collected study loan to cover it, you're still funding your education. Or the school said did not even give you scholarship at all, but this school is loan eligible, so you took study loan to fund your education. So the question should be, if you have HND and you have lower credit, can you still fund your study abroad process? The answer is yes. And I will advise you not to focus on what is the exact means of that funding. However the funding is coming, provided you are funding your study abroad process, you're fine, and you should be fine. You shouldn't be so picky whether the funding is coming from the school directly or coming from an organization, or is funding and loan, or like it's scholarship and loan, or it's grant and loan. Do you get? So in summary, if you have HND and you have lower credit and you're looking for how to fund your education, there are ways for you, including ranging from scholarship to study loan to scholarship that is not grade dependent. It's not all scholarship that is about first class and second class upper or upper credits. All right? So take note of this. And by the way, sometimes, do you know that most countries, they use your last 2 years of study, last 1 year or last 2 years of study to put your grades together, right? For scholarship purposes. Sometimes your entire result can be a 2-2, but your final year is a first class. True. Have you seen something like that? Your entire result can be a 2-2, but your final year is a first class. The school will treat you as a first class candidate. Your OND HND put together can be a lower credit, but your final year in the HND can be an upper credit score. The school will treat you as an upper credit person. So schools often use the last 1 year or last 2 years of study to when they are looking at grade. So you have to be careful about counting yourself out. I am even specifically talking about grade sensitive scholarships, right? But there are a lot of grants, scholarships, bursaries that are not dependent on your grade. If you have attended my webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca, you probably should have heard this thing before. Go attend it, okay? Next question. Okay. The next question here is, what about Netherlands? Is it a good place for you to study? My answer for that will be yes. Why? Because in Netherlands, their education system is as comparable to that of UK, that of Canada, that of US, right? The environment is as comparable to that of US, UK, and others. So if you're looking to study and you're going to and you choose to go and study in Netherlands, that is very, very okay. Yes, it's a good place for you to study. Next question. Okay, so the next question here is, what about Poland? Is it a very good place for you to study? What do you think the answer is? Let me comment. Drop a comment for me. Is Poland a very good place to study? Before you even drop your comment, I'm giving you an assignment today, okay? Go on Google and say, what is Poland a very good place to study? So see the answers that Google gives to you. Copy those answers. You don't have to copy them, but take those answers and come back and drop it as a comment under this video. All right, that's your assignment for today. Are you going to do that assignment? You're not answering me. Are you going to do the assignment? Awesome. Next question. Okay. So the question I have here is, does Ireland have cheap tuition fees? Yes. Why am I saying this? Because first of all, a lot of schools in Ireland are cheaper than a lot of schools in the UK. So Ireland versus UK, you get a lot of cheaper schools in Ireland compared to the UK. So let's compare Ireland and UK. And yet the educational system is comparable. In fact, a lot of people say that. I know when you say Ireland, some people now say, is Ireland not part of UK? Ooh. Go and Google it so that you understand what we're saying, okay? So, if you're looking at studying in Europe, you can decide to go to Ireland, which some people will say Ireland. You can decide to go to Ireland, okay? And it's a very good place to study. That's Ireland. It's a very good place to study. And from students that have gone to Ireland to study, you also get to see that your ability to stay back is even for people that wanted to stay back. Your ability to stay back is more in Ireland compared to the UK. So consider Ireland if you are looking at going to Europe. Cheaper tuition, better chances of staying back. Very good comparable environment, comparable education quality. So if it works for you, that would be great. All right. Next question. Okay. The next question I have here is, what are the criteria for HND for people going for masters? This person is saying they have HND, they want to go for masters. What is the criteria? Most times there is no different criteria for somebody that have HND. This question you are asking is stemming from the fact that you already believe that HND person is a lower human being or a lower education system. Most countries are looking at how many years did you study in school. If you have HND, you have done 4 years minimum of post-secondary education. That's what they are looking at. And you're able to apply for your masters. In fact, somebody shocked me recently, shocked me to my bone marrows. This person had a higher, an upper credit HND. And they were able to get full scholarship program. But they mentioned that they did WES to show the school that their certificate was good enough. They did WES evaluation. This is a true life story, okay? HND person that have upper credit did WES evaluation to demonstrate to the school that their academic program was equivalent. And this is in Canada. The academic program was equivalent, and they were able to use it to apply for a fully funded program, and they got the admission. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you even believe that? Sweet story for HND holders. So if you have HND, you have very high grade, you're looking for full scholarship program, think of doing WES, just, as a way to show the school that, hey, it's like, don't even be asking what HND means. Let WES tell you. Because, do you know that WES often grade HND as being equivalent to BS, not just to BSc, as being equivalent to somebody who have done BSc plus a 1-year postgraduate diploma. That is how WES grades HND. Somebody who have done BSc plus 1-year postgraduate diploma. So when WES evaluates HND holders, they put them above people who have BSc. True life story. True life story. So if you're HND holders and you are just there saying nothing for me, you lack information. That's what is holding you back. Is that why we keep saying get trained so that you know how to do it, right? Start with our free webinar, or you can just send us an email, admission@vantagemigration.ca. Send us an email. We'll be able to show you the webinar link. You attend the webinar and know how to move from there. Don't let lack of information stop you. Don't let lack of information stop you, because guys are daring things, ladies are daring things, and it's working out. You dead there, they cry for beside your bed. You think this word, somebody is going to come and help you clean your tears. Wake up, clean your tears and move on. Okay, the next question is, are there part-time jobs or remote jobs for students abroad? 100%. Most countries, most high-income countries allow students to work part-time while the student is studying full-time. Even as I talk to you, as I make this video right now, Canada temporarily did it so that students can work full-time if they want, or more than part-time if they want. So countries, yes, allow students to work. Whether it's physical work, remote work, nobody cares. You can work. As an international student abroad, you can work. And most students work, by the way. Whether it's inside the school, outside the school, depending on the country, most students work. And they're able to make money. Yep. Yep. It is not strange to see students driving cars or, you know, doing. I'm talking about this because of the question that the person asked, which means this person is concerned about money, right? I'm not saying driving car is the hallmark of life. Hello. But it is normal to see students driving cars and all that, being able to pay for it and pay for their insurance and all that because they're working part-time. At least I did that when I was in Canada. When I was a student. So, you shouldn't worry at all. Okay, next question. Somebody say, how can I get full scholarship in UK, Sweden, Denmark, Finland? It's like, how can they get full scholarship? I will advise you to start with our free study abroad webinar. What's the webinar link? Do you know the webinar link? Let me get it for you. So attend our full webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. I'll show you. www.vantagemigration.ca. Go visit our webinar link, attend our free webinar. That is the way to get started, and you'll be able to see how to get admission, how to get scholarship, how it works, where to get started, what you need. You see all of that. All right. The next question says, can you tell me more about studying in Germany? Well, what do you need to know about studying in Germany? Let me use this opportunity to clarify one misconception. People often think that when you are going to Germany to study, you must learn German first, which is the language. Learning German is a good thing, but there are English-speaking schools in Germany. And as you already know, a lot of schools in Germany, you don't have to pay school fees. You already know, you don't have to pay school fees, right? Of course, they will ask you to show them that you have money to take care of yourself while you are there. But a lot of schools are free tuition schools, okay, in Germany. And there are lots of English-speaking schools. At least, if you go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Linda Iheme TV, and you and you type study in Germany, Dr. Linda Iheme, like if you go to YouTube and you say study in Germany, Dr. Linda Iheme, search, you are going to see the video of a past student of Vantage Migration who went to Germany to study, right? And I interviewed her and she talked about all the processes. So if you're looking to study in Germany, go find that video on YouTube. I told you how to find it. Type study in Germany, Dr. Linda Iheme, search. You're going to see the video. Who is going to do that? Do that today. And I'm giving you another assignment. Do that. Watch the video and come under this video to comment what you learned. Who is going to do the assignment? Who are those that want to go and study in Germany? So that you will not be hearing from, you'll be hearing from somebody who have gone to Germany to study. She mentioned that the school is English speaking. She's able to go about and she doesn't know German. She's able to do her thing, and it was a free tuition school, and like she got her visa, got her everything. You can do the same. All right. So that brings it to the end of the questions that I have to answer for you today. Again, if you have questions that you specifically want us to answer for you, send us what? What do you do? Let me ask. If you have a question that you want us to specifically answer for you, what is the best way to get us to answer that question one-on-one? What is the best way? Tell me, comment. What is the best way that I've told you? When you have a question and you want us to answer it, Dr. Linda and her team to answer it for you, what is the best way? Is it to comment on the page, to send us an email, or you look for somebody that is in Canada to help them call Dr. Linda for you? What is the best way? Comment now, comment. Oh, my dear followers of this page, comment. So I'm sure you know the answer. You send us an email. That's how to do it. If you write it all over this page, thinking that by typing it 100 times, you're going to get our attention, You will get our attention. We'll add it to the list of questions. But it is the day we come live to answer questions like this that we're going to answer it. If you need your answer urgently, send us an email to admission@vantagemigration.ca. I'm going to show you the email address. admission@vantagemigration.ca. Take a screenshot. Don't cram it. You will soon forget one of the spellings. Take a screenshot. admission@vantagemigration.ca. This is how to get us to answer your question, and I advise you to send that email today. We usually respond to emails fast. If anybody have emailed us, let me ask the next question. If you've emailed us before here, please, I need you to comment. Please, I need you to comment. If you've emailed us before, how long did it take for you to get your response? Like, was it 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 10 days, 2 weeks, 100 days? Never. If you've emailed us before to admission@vantagemigration.ca and you're 100% sure it was to this admission@vantagemigration.ca, how long did it take you to get a response? Please, can you comment so that other people who want to send us email, we see. And we insist on you sending us an email. Do you know why? You are going abroad. Abroad is email. That school you're going to be applying to, do you think you'll be talking to them every day, or you'll be typing on their social media handle and they will answer you? You will have to send an email. Compulsory. Compulsory. I'm telling you, it's not even plus or minus. Compulsory. You are going to send an email. So learn how to send email now. Stop crying like a crybaby. You told us to send email. That's what is holding me. If sending an email is what is holding you, you are not ready to travel abroad. Let's call a spade now. You are not ready to travel abroad though. If sending email is what is holding you, you are not ready to travel abroad, because all the schools you are going to be working with, the graduate coordinators, the supervisors, other students, is email you'll be using for communication. It's not WhatsApp. It's not chatting on their social media handle. It's email. So if you refuse to, if you say instead of it to send email, you will not travel abroad, good for you. You made the right decision. Because you need to send emails. So send us an email. And I asked a question. I want to see people's responses. If you have emailed us before and you got a response, how long did it take? Why am I saying and you got a response? If you email us and you did not get a response, chances are that you typed a wrong email address. And let me tell you, the problem with typing a wrong email address. One of the ladies that I interviewed some time ago mentioned that she missed a whole scholarship because she typed the wrong email address. I am not joking. This is a true life story. She missed a whole full scholarship. And by the way, the next year, like she was telling the school that I emailed you people. They said, no, we didn't get your email. I emailed you people. She went to check. She made mistake when she was typing the email address. Guess what? When she reapplied the following year and sent the email to the correct place, they gave her over $250,000 in scholarship, which is about $50-something thousand a year for her 4 to 5 years PhD. That was what she missed because she typed the wrong email address. So sending an email can define your future. Once you are saying any abroad related thing, it can define your future. You can't joke with it. Learn it now and learn it very well. Stress yourself and learn it, how to send an email. If you don't know how to send an email, go to YouTube. Type how to send an email. Watch videos. Learn it and come and send us an email. Again, I'm showing you the email address. admission@vantagemigration.ca. It is not negotiable. Take a screenshot. admission@vantagemigration.ca. Take a screenshot. It is not negotiable, my dear. You have to send an email. It is not negotiable. All right? So, make sure that you send us an email if you have a question you want us to answer. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, my dear. You know I love you and I want the best for you. I want the best for you. You know, I always used to say, so now I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm not coming again. Do you understand? It is you who want to, maybe you want to come to Canada, you want to come to UK, you want to come to US. So everything we are doing is for your own good though. I've come to Canada, I'm a Canadian citizen, I'm not coming again. You see. So, all these things I'm telling you to do. Don't be looking at, hey, she said, me will send email. If you don't send it, your ability to relocate is hanging on a thread and it will soon fall to the other side. So, you know, take that correction with love, all right? Bye-bye. 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 All right, take good care of yourself till I see you again.